at the home of the Bulldogs here in Canton at the Memorial Fieldhouse, as the McKinley Bulldogs will host the Gilmour Academy Lancers here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. As both of these teams, Adam Mendoza, David Bacon, so glad to have you along here. Both teams coming in 5-2, 5-1, looking to really ratchet things up as we get towards tournament time.
Without question, and it's a good matchup early in the season. You're only 6-7 games into your schedule. You want to play quality teams to get ready for when the games count. Come conference time, getting ready for the seeding for that tournament.
And when you look at these two teams last year, both had identical 15-9 records, but Gilmour was knocked out during the sectionals, so they want to get back to make a deep playoff run this year as the divisions expand to 7.
Yeah, and kind of mirror images, if you will. McKinley has 4 players that average in double figures. Gilmour has 3. They have a guy that averages 8 points a game. So there are multiple scoring threats. Both teams like to get out and run, and they'll pressure you aggressively defensively as well.
Now Gilmour coming in, while this is a pseudo-neutral court game, it's really a home game for Canton McKinley.
Neutral in name only.
Yes, they will have the advantage of the surroundings shooting the ball. And Gilmour, they have a similar type gym as well, where it's an open background.
Yeah, and that does matter. So first couple of possessions, it might take them to get used to the background, but they should be able to adjust pretty quickly.
Canton McKinley dressed in white and Gilmour in blue as this game is underway. This is game number 5 today, as we have a walking call. Game 5 of Saturday, game 10 of 15. We still have 5 more games coming up as you look at Coach Dan DeCrane there in his 7th year, 47-26 at Gilmour.
And you mentioned they got ousted early last year. They did make it down to Dayton a couple years before that, though.
And they want to do that and get back to that. They're coming into this game having lost to Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 59-57, where they had a 5-game winning streak snapped, as that one goes out of play, and it will remain with the Lancers. And there you see Coach Sean Witherspoon in his 2nd year at Canton McKinley. He's 20-10 at McKinley, 62-53 overall in his coaching career. High expectations for both of these teams as the out pass, and that one is hit by Zach Titus, who hits his first 3 of the ball game.
And he is one of those guys that is averaging in double figures at 13.7 for Titus.
He hits 28% from three-point range. Both of these teams at 28% from beyond the arc as they work that one inside. That shot rolls around and falls off by Anthony Chavers.
Nice job crashing the boards by the Lancers to limit to 1 shot on that possession.
Mickey Holt with the basketball. He'll feel that pressure there by Jeter. Funstein. Big player for Gilmour. Look at the pressure there being put on. Oh, what a good move inside, but the shot was missed by Holt. And we're seeing both teams really going and starting early with the full court pressure. On the outside, long 3 is rattled home by Javion Carter for his first 3, and this game's tied at 3. Now the other way, a little floater is hit there by Eddie Steiner, or by Braden Olson. He has his first 2. 5-3 as Gilmour regains the lead.
It's interesting, they're extending the pressure out on ball when it's in the middle of the court.
That's going to be an up and down. Good defense there by David Funstein, who averages 17 points a game.
And there's a look at the on-ball pressure, and it creates the open look that is knocked down by Carter.
Really?
You mentioned Funstein, coach's son, previous coach before Dan DeCrane here.
Longtime coach here, and there's the basket that is hit by Kingston Seals for his first 2. Or make that Dante Hill. 5-5. We're at a tie again. Open 3. Nothing but net for Mickey Holt. Well, we saw it in our last game, the threes raining here in this. Now we've got the turnover and moving it up the court. Olsen got blocked on the back door, and a second one that time being made by Reed Sims, the junior.
Reed Sims on a pogo stick blocking back-to-back shots. So there's the first one. Great hustle, and he blocks it. Then he turns around and blocks it with the other arm.
That was a great track down block there, and no foul on 2 consecutive plays. As you look at Coach Weatherspoon there, 90% of the roster for Canton McKinley is back.
Well, there's the block with the right hand, and then he turns around and comes back with the other hand and blocks it. The thing that Coach Witherspoon was unhappy with was the pass that led to that run out.
But what can you ask more from Chavers? I mean, he was an honorable mention All-Federal League, honorable mention district. Reed Sims was an All-Ohio player, 3rd team last year for the Bulldogs. Kicking out on that drive. Boy, the pressure by Gilmour. Very quick at the ball. Good play there by Olsen on the defensive side. Shot clock down to 5. Long 3 off the back of the iron. The defense by Gilmour really caused that disruption.
Yeah, they're playing a real nice matchup zone. They're extending it out on the ball, and there's ripped.
Javian Jeter coming in with the layup. His first 2 of the game. 8-7. Gilmour with the lead. Got to get that ball in, and they do.
Better be strong with the ball both sides, because if you're not, these defenses will just take it away.
Oh, and there's that steal. Boy, you anticipated that one as the basket is hit by Davey Thompson for his first 2. And Canton McKinley goes up on top, 9-8 here with 4:09 in the opening quarter.
Just careless, a careless pass. There's the rip away, that one by Jeter, but the last one was just a careless pass. You can't try to pass over a defender, over a trap, if you will, when you can't see over it. He did not see the defender playing the passing lane.
We see McKinley very quick. You talked about the length of that team. Gilmour's going to have to really be careful when they're moving the ball down floor and not I don't want to say lazy, but they have to be a little more attentive on their passes.
Well, I guess in the huddle it will be, don't be lazy with your passes. We'll say attentive.
Okay. Boy, a little helter-skelter action there, and that shot is missed by Kingston Seals, but we got a foul underneath.
Both of these teams have some deceptive length to them. You get up in on it and like, guy's a little bit bigger than we thought he was.
Gilmour played Division II. They'll move down to Division III. That one's partially blocked. What a play there by Jeter.
Headsy play then by Funstein to just knock it out of play, so it's an inbounds situation. There's the open look, and great closeout, and all he did was batten the ball down so they couldn't get out and run.
Thompson with a basketball will work it over to Jeter. As they work it around the perimeter. 3:43 to go in the opening quarter. Jeter, left-handed 3 off the iron. Picked up by Holtas. He'll race down the floor. Going into the corner. Funstein. And they call the hold against Canton McKinley. He got away with the little baby step there before he took that move to the basket.
Yeah, he might have. Might have.
Checking in for Gilmour, number 3, Anthony Atkinson, a 6-foot junior, averaging just under 3 points a game. Got to get that ball in, and they do. Kai Jackson, the 6-foot senior, averaging just under 6 a game. Funstein trying to work it underneath. Good dish. Basket's going to count there for Kingston Seals for his 4th.
Real nice job of finishing. Great catch, and then athletic enough to put it up and put it in. That is not an easy catch. Kind of tipped it to himself, still enough agility and strength to finish and get to the line.
Jalen Jeter getting his first foul of the ball game. There you see Seals could not finish it. 50% free throw shooter. He came into the game 4 of 8, now 4 of 9.
And with a guy that's that athletic, that number has to go up. You need him to be 70% because he's going to get to the line.
As a team, Gilmour shooting 67% from the free throw line. Canton McKinley a little less at 65.
Great.
Nice dish. Nice dish there to Tavion Spencer for his first 2.
Ball never hit the ground when they were running the break.
Lead come back and regained by Canton McKinley. That 3 is missed by Zach Titus, but an offensive rebound for the Gilmour Lancers. Funstein. Out, long 3. Nothing there. Save by Gilmour. What athletic play in the middle, and the floater could not go. But Funstein comes up with the rebound, can't get it to fall again.
Great effort, could not finish.
Good heads-up play there in the corner by Canton McKinley. On that play by Reed Sims. Almost out of play and then threw it off Eddie Webster. Sims tries a 3 when we come back, and he missed that one, and here comes Gilmour once again. Reed Sims, first team all-district. He was a first team all-Fed, as that shot does not go. He was a third team all-Ohio. Nice pass underneath, but look at the triple team in the paint. That 3 rimmed out for Titus, but another offensive rebound and a second chance for Gilmour.
Nice job of slowing that down by Jackson out top.
Under 2 minutes remaining and a foul in the forecourt there on Anthony Chavers. That's his first.
Aggressively playing the passing lane, just kind of guessed the wrong side.
Javion Carter checking in. He's got 3 points. Checking out of the ball game is Chavers. No points for him. Minute 52 remaining in the opening quarter. In the nightcap here at the Memorial Fieldhouse in Canton, Ohio for this high school shot clock shootout. And that shot does not go for the Gilmour Lancers.
Seems like both teams are playing just a tick faster than they want to. Let's see if one of them can slow down and get into a rhythm.
I'll work it to the outside in the forecourt. Heavy pressure out there. On the near side, Sims stops and was trying to throw somebody on the backdoor cut, but nobody there.
Well, he thought Carter was rolling to the basket, and he popped back out to the free throw line.
Brady Olson checking back in for Gilmour. Olson with 2 points in the game. He averages 7.3. You look at Gilmour, they've got 3 players in double figures averaging this year. Titus, Funstein, and Braden Titus and Zach Titus.
Dangerous cross-court pass. Gilmour gets away with it there. Don't want to make a living doing that against this defense.
No, they are very quick, and they work that in, and there's that quickness. They come in and intercept that pass, and they have the numbers on the drive, but it's missed. And a blocking foul underneath.
So a good look at the steal, if you will, and then they get it ahead. Good take by Carter, and he'll get to the line.
Javion Carter, 83% from the free throw line, has 3 points tonight. And he rattles that one home. As we said earlier, McKinley, 65% from the three-point line, 28% from beyond the arc. Carter looking for his 5th point of the evening. He'll sight, he'll shoot, and he nails that one. Carter with 5, 2 of 2 at the line. 13-10 lead for Canton McKinley. The pressure broken, but a turn the ball over again and a walking call. So you got a turnover that gets the ball to McKinley, then they turn it over themselves.
And Thompson trying to say the ball was hit. It was basically he was going to pass it. Take a look. He thinks he wants to pass it, and then he just dribbled it. But you know what? If you can sell it.
Absolutely. That's the big key.
I applaud the effort, young man.
How much of a sell job can you do?
Exactly.
Mickey Holt with a basketball, 43 seconds remaining. The shot clock still on. Titus trying to make his move. Gets it to Funstein. No. He's got to find a little bit more rhythm.
Yeah. I don't think anybody, nice driving shot. Nobody has been in rhythm in this first quarter.
Jeter with 4 in the game. 15-10, Canton McKinley. On the drive on the inside, left-handed shot does not go for Nick Iliano.
Point blank, he just shot that over where he intended to on the backboard.
Well, when you look at the floor, you see the semicircle in there. If you're anywhere in that semicircle, those have to go in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was point blank, and he had a great angle, and it wasn't like he got underneath it. He just missed where he wanted to shoot it.
Shot clock is off. We're under 9 seconds to go in the quarter. There's a big 3. That is nailed by Davey Thompson. 5 for him. 18-10 the lead. And that is going to be it for the first quarter of play here at the Memorial Fieldhouse, as Canton McKinley with an 18-10 lead will come back for the second quarter of action right here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information.
18-10 our score after one quarter of play. Gilmour will get the basketball to start the second quarter.
The thing that I like that they do with Funstein, and you'll see it, they have him at the top of the key. I mean, he can shoot the 3. He can also pass over a defense. He has the length to be able to see and find people over the defense. Big weapon.
Now he goes in, and that one was rejected as he tried the little baby jump hook there.
Sims again, third block of the game.
McKinley trying to convert off that turnover. Now look at Gilmour. They're going to pack it a little bit with the 2-3 or 3-2 zone defense. Couldn't get that shot to fall. Second one doesn't go for the Bulldogs as Gilmour comes up with a big stop down by 8.
Like the switch to the zone defense. They were getting some looks inside that quite frankly were just too easy. McKinley did late in that first quarter.
Atkinson with a basketball way out on top to the sideline. Oh, turns the ball over to Eddie Webster. Boom! With a slam right there. 2 for him. And the lead is now double digits at 20-10.
Just a lackadaisical pass. Cannot do that against this defense without question. And there's the look, and just he cut in, he passed it out. It leads to a slam dunk, and and get up a little bit, huh?
More than I could.
Way more than we could. But again, you have to take care of the basketball better against a quick and aggressive defense like McKinley's.
And we've seen McKinley turn and get those turnovers off points. That's so key for teams. You want to have success, as we've been talking about the OHSAA tournament. You've got to be able to do the little things, and getting those turnovers and converting the points is a big key, as we have a jump ball situation, and the possession arrow favors the Bulldogs of Canton McKinley.
Again, hands in the passing lane. When I said be strong with the ball, it means you can't throw passes like that. You're not going to get away with it against a team that plays defense like McKinley does. You can make them pay with a second pass, but the passing has to be crisp and decisive. If you think, I can't do it, they're taking the ball away.
You're talking about the number of steals that McKinley has in this game so far against Akron East. They had 21 steals in that game.
Well, I can see why. A lot of hands in the passing lane. They're aggressive. They get after it, and they want to get out and run.
Working that on the inside. Turnaround jumper doesn't go for Reed Sims, but he got fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Nice little cut into some open space. They find him, and he gets the foul on the shot. So he just cuts around. There's open space, and he goes up in the air and actually kind of leaned back, and you see the defender pleading his case. It was Braden Titus, and he's like, I didn't do anything.
Well, that free throw was missed by Reed Sims, and we talked about how important free throws are. That's the first free throw missed by Canton McKinley in the game. They're 2 of 3 at the line tonight.
And they shoot 68% from the line for the season.
Sims again. Hits it this time. His first point of the game. 1 of 2 at the line.
Even more important for McKinley because they're going to the line a lot with the way they play.
And it caused another turnover on the trap in the backcourt. Thompson stops underneath. Looking for Sims. He'll stop. He'll pop. He'll hit.
It's a good timeout. You are not doing what you need to do to break pressure with McKinley. Can't be lazy with the pass. You can't be indecisive. And you can't try to split a double team when the double team is already closing in.
And Canton McKinley now on a 5-0 run to start quarter number 2.
So there's the shot by Sims that knocks that down. If you were going to try to split that double team, you have to go from the beginning. He kind of hesitated, and he allowed the double team to react and kind of close down the lane.
Reed Sims, an All-Ohio player last year, 3rd-team All-Ohio, had 22 points against Glen Oak earlier this year. Canton McKinley coming into this game, winners of 3 of their last 4. The game that they lost was to Warren Harding, 50-48 in a tight ball game. Now, in their last game, they beat Perry, 63-56. But that team struggled from three-point range. They were 1 of 10 from three-point range in a win. Not too many times that you're going to be able to struggle from beyond the arc and get a victory.
Again, you want to be tested from multiple different styles early in the season. And we're still early, we're 7, 8 games in.
And I think you see a lot of teams really ratcheting up their schedules to play tough teams to get ready for the tournament.
Much better. Aggressively broke that double team.
On the outside triple, that is hit there by Brady Olson. 5 for him.
Much better job of beating that double team, dribbling it. He split it, but he didn't hesitate.
Cut down to a 10-point lead. Now they get the turnover after the miscue on the long pass as we take a look at that nice three-point shot.
Nice job of spotting up, being ready to shoot when he caught the ball.
Olson, 36% from three-point range this year.
Then a careless turnover the other way.
And now they get Now the lead is 10. They can get it to single digits. Very important possession for Gilmour right now.
There's that trap from the backside. Never saw it coming.
Ball on the floor, tie-up situation, and Gilmour retains possession.
Another timeout. Yeah, he turned his back to the defender, and the defender came from the back. So here, his back is turned. Watch 23. Continues to play defense, and he's the one that knocks it away. Nice job by Keith Quincy, another football player. Heck of a wide receiver for Canton McKinley, DB too.
When you look at players, and we've seen players in different sports, they specialize in a sport. But there are coaches in the high school ranks that really want to see the multi-sport athlete.
Well, there's a couple of schools of thought. One is that when you play one sport, you're overdeveloping one muscle group, one group of your muscles, and that's what leads to injuries. The other school of thought from a coach, I want a guy that's competing year-round because competition makes you want to compete more.
and you look at the schedules that these two teams play, if they've played football, you know what Canton McKinley has to face during the football season. Same thing with Gilmour. Whatever sport, you play those multiple sports in those teams, you create that good atmosphere of hard work.
Yeah, and you learn what you need to do to win.
Well, that did not look pretty on the drive, but the basket's going to count for Kingston Seals. He has 6.
You know what the Lancers are saying? Looks awfully pretty as the 2 on the scoreboard. Nice job of finishing by Seals, though. But I'm with you. That was not a textbook fast break, but counts the same as the pretty passing we saw where the ball didn't hit the floor.
That'll only be talked about in the film room.
Correct.
On the score sheet, it's 2 points. Seals gets the 3-point play. He has 7. He's 1 of 2 at the line.
And the lead is down to 7. You need another stop, and now they're going to switch up the defense, go a little 3-quarter court, see if they can trap.
They'll go with the 2-2-1. McKinley bringing up the ball with that pressure. They break it. Seals underneath on a good dish there. What a nice play as Keith Quincy comes up with his first 2 points of the game.
So they did a nice job. They kept the ball in the middle of the court and just kept making the 2-2-1 adjust and kind of morph, and they were able to find the easy basket. And there it is right there. Just great bounce pass. And,
talk about threading the needle between the 2 defenders.
Yep. Quincy able to finish without any problem.
Gilmour once again getting the basketball. There's that pressure and a turnover. Reed Sims coming up with the steal. He'll bring it up the floor. Sims averaging 12 points a game this year.
What I've seen is he's a defensive nightmare, too. 3 blocks, a couple of steals.
Now a turnover to pressure in the backcourt. They'll get it over the timeline. Garposi getting it off to Olsen. But there's that relentless defense by Canton McKinley.
They hustle back even when they're beat, so getting beat with the pressure doesn't lead to easy baskets.
Funstein with the basketball, trying to spin dribble out there. Tried to get that backdoor cut to Holt, but threw it out of bounds. Had good intention on the play. Holt just kind of slowed up and stopped on that play.
Well, Holt made a couple of quick steps like he was going, and then he backed back out, and Funstein was like, continue, you had him beat.
4:06 remaining in the opening half. Canton McKinley with a 25-16 lead. Gilmour has been able to come up with some stops. Now they go into a zone defense to slow them down. But there you see, Davey Thompson says, let's get this offense moving.
And they're extending out on the ball, so it's a hybrid matchup zone.
That 3-point shot does not go from very, very long distance, but we're going to get a block in the backcourt on Jeter, and that's his 3rd.
They wanted to let him play, but the Gilmour Lancer almost tripped over him. So there's a good look at the rebound, and he controls it. And you see the call didn't come until shortly after contact.
That'll take Jeter out of the ball game, and coming in is Keith Quincy.
Well, we've seen he can be effective.
Kai Jackson, the 6-foot senior, bringing the ball up with a little bit of pressure at half court. They'll work it into the baseline. Double team effort, trapped in the corner.
Great pass.
Oh, that's going to be a goaltending call on Sims, but what a great pass. You said it.
Yeah, great job of finding your player right here. Spun around, and you know what? If you are Coach Witherspoon, you take that goaltending call. You just keep going, Reed Sims. He already has 3 blocks, and it's not a lot of doubt, but you just kind of go, is 30 in there?
You know, when you look at a player like Reed Sims, at 6'5", there's going to be some more weight that's going to get put on him when he goes up to the next level to play in college. Little step back 3, no good. Big rebound once again by Seals, who averages just under 5 a game. Big 3 rattled in and out.
Halfway down.
Bulldogs come back the other way. Shot missed by Thompson. Offensive rebound picked up by Keith Quincy for his 4th point of the game.
Just got down on that low block, and strong kid got the rebound. That's dangerous.
There's that dangerous pass you were talking about earlier. Now that pass underneath, turning it over off the foot of Titus. Here come the Bulldogs. Going right around the defense was Davey Thompson.
Well, Brady Olson wanted to take the charge, and he saw that coming and just stepped around him.
Good awareness on the court there. Back in the corner, Titus 3, no good.
Another really good pass along the baseline.
Sims, good court awareness to not really go and attack. Then that 3 is missed from the corner. Titus comes up with a basketball. Minute 39 remaining in the half. Good. It seems like Sims is everywhere.
Yeah. They are really overplaying the passing lanes. And the dilemma is, okay, so do I take them off the dribble? Well, they're also quick enough and athletic enough that you're not going to be able to beat them off the dribble. So you got to make quick, aggressive passes like that.
But you got to make the basket, as that one was missed by Zach Titus.
Real good look inside.
Great look. We talked about the imaginary semicircle. If you're in that range,
got to make that shot. And they've missed a couple of them already. And I credit it because they're sped up. They're trying to play a little quicker because they know McKinley's overplaying the passing lanes, and they're closing out on the shots.
And there's a big 3 hit by Kai Jackson. He has 5 in the ball game. Much needed points to cut the lead.
Now you need to stop, and you hit it, and it's 5-6 point game.
It is at 29-21. Bulldogs with the basketball again, facing the zone defense. Getting it inside with the floater. That one was missed by Webster.
Just kind of short-armed it. So there's the look into the open 3-point shooter, and it's knocked down by Jackson. But that's really one of the first open looks that they've had.
A clean open look.
Right.
So McKinley was able to break the zone defense, but not able to convert on that 8 to 9 foot shot inside the paint. Both teams really needing to work on that inside. And they're going to call a traveling call. So Gilmour comes in and makes another stop, forces a turnover. Again,
need a good offensive possession. You got to get a good shot. Don't turn it over.
And Gilmour's going to face full court pressure.
And they've had problems with this.
Holt working it over to the near side to Jackson.
Nice.
Underneath, but deflected away by Tavion Spencer.
Again, aggressively challenging every shot are the Bulldogs.
Quincy driving, can't get that one to fall. Gilmour gets lucky with another stop. On the outside, trying to work that inside game, and the foul as Nick Iliano drove up against 2 and got hammered.
The spacing on this for Gilmour was not good. Look at all the guys bunched together. Somehow they get bailed out as taking it inside was Iliano. He'll get 2 free throws. But you need to be a little bit more spaced out so you have room to pass and the guy has room to catch and then go towards the basket.
Reed Sims picking up his second foul. Iliana at the free throw line. Hits that one. He is 3 for 3 on the year. He came into the game 2 for 2. Now let's see if I gave him the announcer's jinx. Nope.
They cut it to 6, so if Gilmour can get into the locker room down 6, that'd feel pretty good because they haven't played well. They've turned the ball over a lot.
And McKinley has turned the ball over the last 3 possessions. Can Gilmour get a stop in the final 22 seconds? Still setting that zone defense. Clock under 15. Thompson trying to work it on the right side. Quincy, 7. Off to Webster with 4. Thompson with 2. Can't get it to fall. And Dave, Gilmour comes up with a huge stop to end the half.
They actually outscore McKinley in that second quarter, and midway through that, we'd have never thought that.
We are at the half, 29-23. McKinley with the lead, but Gilmour staying strong here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information.
29-23 at the half. McKinley leading it over Gilmour. Still a ton of basketball remaining right here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. 29-23, McKinley leading it at the half at the high school shot clock shootout on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. It's a family affair here in Canton.
Absolutely, a lot to like what's going on here with the Bulldogs.
And a lot of defense happening in the first half by Canton McKinley. Boy, they have really ratcheted up the defense.
Yeah, their length and athleticism. There's Sims block, 2 blocks on 1 possession. They've had multiple steals that have led to baskets. That time, the rip away and the hoop for Jalen Jeter. Then it's Davey Thompson playing the passing lane. Miscommunication at Webster. Gets the bucket, throws it down as the defense has created offense for McKinley.
Still a lot more basketball ahead. Gilmour doing a good job causing some slowdown for Canton McKinley at the end of the first half. Let's see what the second half is going to bring us here at the high school shot clock shootout on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Well, we are just set for second half action. Gilmour is going to get the basketball to start the third quarter. They held McKinley to 5 points in that quarter, outscoring them 13-5. This is a big possession to open up the third quarter, David.
Yeah, without question. And David Funstein, who has the ball now, leading scorer, 17 points a game, hasn't scored yet. So if you're Gilmour and you're looking for positives, there's a couple of them.
That one almost wedged into the corner on the missed 3. Here come the Bulldogs on the run. Carter stops, turnaround shot, doesn't go. There's that length on the rebound, picked up by Chavers for his first 2 points in the game.
And that was just a great offensive rebound. Did not foul him, able to go up over him and come down with the offensive rebound.
So Gilmour was not able to score on their first possession. You talked about Funstein not getting any points. He is a key cog to get the ball in the hoop and to get this team back in a good situation.
Ball just bounced up and hit him in the nose, so his eyes are watering a little bit now.
Holt drives, missing, foul. It'll be a block, and Holt will go to the line for 2.
Just a nice job of stopping, and again, you saw it. There was no over-the-back foul there. A nice job of getting it and getting the bucket.
And Titus had a good blockout situation there underneath.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. He's got long arms, and he can jump quickly.
Javian Carter now 3 for 3 at the line. He has 6 points. Checking back in. Or make that Mickey Holt with the basket. Missing on the second. 6:59 remaining.
Trying to cut into a lead even though it's early. You got to make the free throws.
Both teams at 68% on the free throw line, and that floater by Sims doesn't fall. Boy, talk about a mugging in the backcourt.
Yeah, They're aggressive. They're letting them play. You play to what the officials will allow you to play.
And we've seen all 10 games here this weekend, and the officials have let the aggressiveness go. What a backdoor cut there for Brady Olson for his 7th point.
It's also David Funstein with the assist, and that's why I like him up top with the ball in his hands. Good things usually happen for Gilmour.
Again, Gilmour now coming in, kind of like that matchup zone.
Yep. It kind of changes where the entry points are, and that's what they're doing a nice job of. So it's that second pass that Carter just made that will get you where you want to go. So here's Funstein again. That's just a great bounce. I mean, that's got some sauce to it, too, with that bounce pass. And it needed to, because lazy passes, we've seen in the first half what happens with McKinley's defense.
Carter with a basketball way out on top. A little up and down on the fake, but it backs it off. They're open in that middle, but they take it out. Sims missing on the 3. Quickly down the floor. Protect the basketball, especially on those passes, and you've emphasized that a lot in this game.
Yeah, and nice job by Funstein. And he can't get it to go.
No, he can't find the basket tonight, and they really need to get him on track, as down the other way, he'll get called with the foul.
Possession before McKinley settles for a three-pointer here in transition. This is much more what they need to do to be effective. Ed Webster heading to the line after he got fouled. But that long outlet pass was a really good one.
Gilmour only down by 5. The way things are going, you'd think they're really down, as that one was missed by Ed Webster. Webster will try to hit the back end. He's an 83% free throw shooter. The lefty missed 2. But McKinley gets the offensive rebound. And look at the attacking underneath there by Gilmour as they try to go in transition. Titus in and out on the 3, but an offensive rebound missed there, and a putback that was just pushed up by Braden Thomas.
Good job of staying after it on the offensive glass.
Lead is down to 3 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gilmour defense relentless, but an open 3 like that opens up the gap by Anthony Chavers with 5. Can Gilmour do it again? Get it to within that 3-point range. They'll work it on the weave on the outside. Holt driving, getting cut off, throws it up, no good. Big rebound picked up by Chavers. He averages 5.5 a game. Quickly down to Sims, and the lead opens up a little bit more as Sims now with 5 points in the game.
Great job of finding Sims down court. Head up as he was dribbling up court, and he found Sims ahead of the defense.
Titus floats it too hard. Now here come the Bulldogs as they go on a 3-on-1 break. And the layup is hit by Chavers for 7. Timeout will be called by Coach Dan DeCrane and the Gilmour Lancers as they cut it down to within 3. McKinley comes back and opens it back up to a 10-point lead.
And they've done it in transition. They've done it by long outlet pass. Sims catches and able to finish. And then they also, in transition this time, as you said, 3-on-1. Webster gets it to Chavers for the easy bucket.
And players wonder, why do we have to do that drill of the 3-man weave? There's a great example of what that's supposed to do. You fill the lanes, look for the open man, and get the easy 2 points.
And a lot of coaches will not let you dribble, and that's the other reason why.
But that was textbook. That was a textbook run by Canton McKinley, and that's why they've got this 10-point lead. They were outscored in the second quarter 13-5. And they've jumped out to that big lead of 10.
And again, they've done it. It started with the defense.
Now, as you look at Coach Weatherspoon in his second year, can he keep that offense really going? Now, we've been talking about Reed Sims. defensively, he's having a phenomenal game. Offensively, you'd think, oh, he averages 12, he's only got 5. Maybe not a good game for him. He's doing the other things in this contest.
And you know what? It's not like he's taken a lot of shots either. Now, if he had taken 12 shots and had 5 points, it'd be a different thought process.
He might be sitting on the bench for a little bit. Gilmour kicking it back out. Jackson working it into Titus. You see how quick McKinley is on the drive. The floater is hit by Zach Titus for his 5th point of the game. And just like that, McKinley goes down the floor, and they get the basket by Ed Webster. And another turnover. Sims floating it up, but it'll go to the line.
I like the recognition by McKinley. We need to score in transition, and they're being extremely effective in it.
Just when you think Gilmour's going to get in, all of a sudden the defense goes from 4 to 10 on the dial. And at the free throw line, Reed Sims.
And it's been relentless. They have gotten out and run consistently, and the way they pass, that's going to be a problem. Can you match up with their athleticism and their size? Not many teams will be able to.
Now, one thing that is good about Canton McKinley, low on the turnovers per game. They're averaging 10. Now, we're seeing the turnovers by Gilmour. They average 15 a game. That's not a good number.
No. And it becomes magnified when you're playing against athletic teams and in good teams late in the year. They will make you pay.
Reed Sims 2 of 4 at the line. He has 6 points in the ball game. Keith Quincy checking back in for the Bulldogs. What an entertaining weekend of basketball. We still have one more day remaining. 10 games so far have taken place in this high school shot clock shootout. 5 more tomorrow. And the layup on the drive by Iliano for his 4th point.
Good recognition that he had the baseline and then able to cut it back to the hoop.
41-32. McKinley still with the lead. There you see Gilmour now going into that matchup zone, trying to work it from the outside. That shot doesn't go after the miss by Chavers, but a big rebound by Gilmour. Can they cut it down on this possession?
I don't love the 3 there for McKinley. As a team, they're shooting 26% from three-point range, and they're really effective in the mid-range.
Jackson getting the ball back out on top. He'll throw it up from long distance, and he connects on that one. 8 points for him. The lead is cut down to 6. Nice pass underneath. Good defense by Gilmour, but the basket is going to count for Webster. He has 6.
Great ball movement inside across the lane, and they get the easy bucket.
Again, just when you think Gilmour's going to make that run, Canton McKinley gets that all-important basket. Funstein looking for his first points of the game, and he got fouled.
I think it's safe to assume the scouting report for McKinley said when 24 has the ball, get multiple bodies on him. And there's a nice look at the move by Iliano on the baseline. And they get the ball here, and that's an NBA range three-pointer knocked down by Jackson.
These kids are not afraid to go long distance. Another one is hit by Jackson. Kai Jackson.
Back-to-back.
11 for him.
Leads down to 5.
That bench for Gilmour clapping in appreciation. Now a 3 by McKinley. And coming in is Thompson to answer back. He has 10.
Right in stride and stepped into it, knocked it down.
Funstein with a basketball in the forecourt. He'll leave it off for Iliano. He'll back it off a bit. As we said, Funstein now, no points in the game, trying to drive. Being thwarted on every attempt to get to the basket. But look at that defense for Canton McKinley. Outside 3, nope that time. Offensive rebound by Titus, and Gilmour will get a second chance.
Great job just stepping in front of the defender and getting the rebound.
Funstein goes to the line as he got fouled on that drive.
Good decision. Let's see if he can knock down some free throws.
The missed three, big offensive rebound. Good wherewithal on there to get that ball back, but then Funstein was coming in and trying to make that drive. David Funstein with his first points of the game. He averages 17. He's been held to 1 so far. And it's not like he's missing a ton of shots. He's not getting a whole lot of shot opportunities.
Well, every time he touches the ball, there's 2 and 3 Bulldogs that are collapsing on him.
He'll hit on the second. He has 2 points. He's a 62% free throw shooter as Anthony Chavers checks back in for the Bulldogs of Canton McKinley. The lead is 6. Coach Stan DeCrane's got to figure, okay, can we get another stop?
Yeah, and you know, when you watch this, it feels like McKinley should be ahead by more than 6 the way they're playing. So credit to Gilmour. Good teams find a way to be in games and close them out.
They'll be in Division III this year as the state of Ohio changes to 7 divisions from 4. That zone defense is really causing problems.
It's really good because it's morphing. It's constantly changing.
Oh, wow! Davey Thompson. 13 for him.
He's hit a couple of big threes in this quarter.
Absolutely. His second straight three-pointer from long distance. Titus looking for the backdoor cut, but a good defense there by McKinley as they look to go on the run. Another long three in and out. That looked good. Offensive rebound. No, they're not going to count the basket. What an exciting third quarter of play. We still got another quarter of action left here in the high school shot clock shootout. 49-40, another quarter remaining on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Well, there's a lot of happy faces here at the Memorial Fieldhouse as we get ready for the fourth quarter. McKinley up by 9, 49-40. Dave, what is going to be the big key in this fourth quarter if you're Gilmour?
I got to find a way to get David Funstein involved in the offense. And again, Canton McKinley is making a concerted effort to take him out of the game. And he's not on the court right now. But you kind of let him gather himself and then come back in. And they run a lot through him. That 6'4" at the top of the key does a lot of things for this offense.
Sims trying to work it in on that right side, but Titus comes in and really cuts him off on either side as the defense being turned up a bit. But the shot is hit by Thompson, who has 15 in the game.
And he's really been, last 3 possessions, hit a couple of threes and knocked down that jumper.
Very important for Gilmour to get a basket on this possession. Boy, look at the work inside the block there as Seals trying to go in, and the basket is good.
Great job cutting to the open space.
Zach Titus with the basket. The next time down the floor, look at the work that's being done inside the lane. Good dish right there from Sims to Tavion Spencer, who hits for his 4th point.
I love Reed Sims' game. We know he can score. We've seen he can play defense and distribute the ball today as well.
But he's showing what else he can do. And the foul on the push by Tavion Spencer.
We've got blocks, we've got steals, we've got assists. There's inside the assist and the bucket. Easy bucket by Spencer as Sims really facilitated that.
So Gilmour will get the inbound. Funstein coming back into the ballgame. He needs to get some points on the board.
They need to just find a way to get him some open looks like that. He's not even looking for a shot at that point.
Well, he's just waiting because he's always had somebody draped all over him.
Yeah.
6:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Funstein with a basketball on a spin dribble up top. He is a facilitator, but he needs to take some action in shooting it against Sims. Kicking it out. Oh, there's a turnover and the foul as bodies collide in the backcourt. Almost started, and boy, those bodies just really cracked. No ill will on that. It's just two guys going after the basketball.
Well, he tried to play the passing lane and get the steal, and Sims was coming up the other way.
53-42. McKinley still with the lead. 6:20 to go in this fourth quarter of play. Sims with a basketball. Only 6 points in the game, but he's done so much all over the court.
Yeah, he's 3 blocks, number of steals.
And a number of assists.
Absolutely.
Gilmour's defense is so tough.
It's really good. And he's not forcing his shot. That's the most impressive thing with Sims.
Well, they get that ball inside. They're working on the low block. That turnaround shot doesn't go. Return, putback is good as Webster gets his 8th point of the game.
Relentless.
Dave,
Misses, makes it, strong, finishes through contact.
Dave, if you notice, when Gilmour is in that zone and McKinley gets that ball in the paint, they really have a lot of options, and they've been very productive on looking at those options underneath.
Well, the other thing is they're not hesitating. It's find someone open, get them the ball.
Webster with 8 points, looking for his first at the line. Hits it. He's an 83% free throw shooter. He has 9 in the ball game. Gilmour getting it. Oh, there's almost a turnover. Titus, corner 3. No. Rebounded by Iliano. Titus again. Oh, Gilmour's just missed everything inside that semicircle. And then McKinley makes him pay for it as Jeter with his 6 point on the drive. Oh, that one just fell off. On the drive by Iliano. 4 points for him. He'll look for 5.
Trying to cut into a 16-point lead. Free throws critical. You get points, clock stopped.
Gilmour, as we said, playing in Division III, which is probably going to be one of the toughest divisions in the state of Ohio, as that one rims in for Iliana as he has 5 points. This is a team that lost in the sectionals last year. They made it to the Final Four in 2022. Hitting that again. Lead is cut down to 14. And the way Gilmour plays, you wouldn't think they're down by double digits.
No.
The hustle underneath. Sims can't get it to fall. Titus comes in with the rebound and fouled in the backcourt.
Sims rolled his ankle trying to walk it off there. Here's a look. Kind of landed awkwardly, and a nice job of staying and getting the rebound. Strong rebound by Titus.
Boy, they're just really going after rebounds. And, you know, when you get into tournament play and you go into Division III, those are probably the smaller D2 schools. And it's going to be a fun tournament on that Division III level.
And again, we see cross-court pass. That's not going to work against McKinley. They come up with another steal and a turnover.
And a big 3 is hit by Jeter. Jeter now with 9 in the game. 61-44 on the drive, and they're going to call it for a walk. Game slowly getting away from Gilmour.
Little crossover there and open look, and Jeter knocks down the 3 ball.
Brady Olson checking back in along with Kai Jackson. Gilmour now facing three-quarter court, or McKinley facing that three-quarter court pressure.
They've gone right through the middle of that every time. That's going to be a technical. They're going to talk about it.
They're going to see if he was trying to not get hurt.
And they did. They waved it off. I think that's the right call. There was body underneath him. Well, Yeah,
We'll give it to him.
we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
And then there's no doubt about that shot by Kai Jackson as he picks up his 14th point on a huge three-pointer. And a timeout is called with 4:12 to go. You know, we've been talking about the Funstein as you look at that big three on the three-pointer for Gilmour. We've talked about David Funstein all throughout this game, and talk about the family legacy by the Funsteins. Today, you've got David. He's playing in the game today. His sister, who will be playing tomorrow. You've talked about his dad,
Yep.
former coach here at Gilmour, and his uncle coaches the middle school basketball team at Gilmour. So talk about a family affair.
Yeah, and I remember David Funstein, his dad, heck of a player at John Carroll in his college days. But I don't know where David got the size. His dad's a little shorter.
It skips a generation.
I said that for benefit of his dad if he hears it.
Good drive to the basket there by Sims. It's the vitamins.
Exactly.
As we take a look at the move there by Reed.
Real
Sims.
strong pass and good take inside. Sims has played really well. I know, that doesn't have the points you'd want. He has everything else that you would ask.
7 points for him. That's why he was an all-district first team, and then he was third team All-Ohio.
The other thing, he has not forced shots whatsoever. So he has 9 points, which is under his average.
And when you look at the talent in Division I in Northeast Ohio, that's some pretty good talent as the second free throw is hit.
Absolutely.
There is so much good basketball that will be taking place in the state as that long pass to Titus. Thought about the three. But that time, Ileana comes up for his 9th point. And
Nice
he hits
job
the three.
trailing, spotted up for the three. They found him. He knocks it down.
63-47. There's no quitting this Gilmour Lancer team coached by Dan DeCrane. That's really his style for this team. They are going to play relentlessly and pressure you for all 32 minutes. Boy, that's a nice matchup at the top, but a good pass intercepted there. You read the lane. Oh, they got away with the carry on that.
It's all right. It makes up for the lack of the technical on the play before.
We'll have a timeout called. 3:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. It'll be a full timeout as we'll take a look at the play. And watch Ileano. There's the basketball.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. It would have been okay if it was the old-time Globetrotters.
That's for sure. Curly Neal dribbling or
Exactly. So a good timeout by Sean Witherspoon. That a little bit sloppy the last couple possessions. And right now, if you take care of the basketball, you're in really good shape. You're up 11 with just over 3 minutes left.
McKinley playing in that tough Federal League. They only played one league game this year. They're 1-0 so far. Last year, they were 8-4 in the Federal League. And that is a conference that top to bottom, no matter what sport, is one of the toughest conferences in the state of Ohio.
We've talked about teams with matchup problems. And look at the athleticism and the size that McKinley has. The way they play defense, again, you can practice, but you can't simulate their aggressiveness and their athleticism.
And for Gilmour, this is a good test for them because they'll see some teams down the road like Toledo Central Catholic, Avon Lake, Upper Arlington, really good teams that's on their schedule this year. Good pass underneath to Sims. Oh boy, what a pretty play and a good basket hit and a timeout as Brady Olson tweaked the ankle. for Gilmour.
Great passing by McKinley, though, as Olsen was aggressively trying to close out defensively and kind of rolled the ankle. Really nice job passing the basketball by the Bulldogs.
Chavers with 9 after that basket. We're down to 2:40 to go, and that one's knocked out of play.
And again, it was a pass where he tried to pass it off the dribble, and that's just not going to work against this defense.
Now, we've talked about a little bit of the schedule for Gilmour. Look what Canton McKinley has coming up tomorrow. They've got St. Ignatius.
On this court, on this channel.
As the basket is hit by Iliano, and you get the call that ball game. That's going to be a fun one.
That'll be a fun matchup, without question.
Inside, they work it back out with 2:15 to go. There is still one more day left of the shot clock shootout as the basket is hit.
Yeah, Webster.
By Ed Webster.
They did a nice job getting the ball to him inside the, just inside the free throw line. There's more defense.
Funstein trying to work the way the basketball, and it's going to stay with Canton McKinley. Coach Dan DeCrane is like, wait a minute, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Take a look, and they're up 13 with under 2 minutes to go, and take a look at Ed Webster.
He was the last man to touch it.
Yeah. But they're up 13, and there is 1:52 remaining, and they are still diving all over the place for loose balls. Now, Dan DeCrane's like, great effort, but it should be our ball.
He's pleading his case. The official saying, you need to get back into the coaching box. Now the officials are talking at half court to see, is it going to remain with Gilmour? Nope, it's going to stay with McKinley. Under 2 minutes to go here in this game. 5 games are almost in the books for tonight. 5 more tomorrow. 15 games in this shootout this weekend as Funstein making the steal and gets fouled in the backcourt. I'm hoping that we will see more of this shot clock shootout by the Ohio Basketball Coaches Association, and maybe this is the experiment that the state of Ohio needs to see to maybe push the shot clock.
It'll give them some idea of what the game would look like, and then they can make the decisions that they need to make. There are a lot of things to consider. You know, how do you fund it? And there's multiple levels of that. You need the shot clocks. You need the hardware that goes with the scoreboards, and you also need qualified people to run the shot clock at each venue. Each school will need somebody that knows how to run it.
Underneath, basket is good for David Funstein.
Yeah.
4 points for him, and a timeout will be called with 1:24 remaining. Only 4 points for him as he averages 17 a game, but a great passing ability right there.
Yeah, good job by Jackson, and he finally got that little spin turnaround move to fall for him. And you can tell it's frustrating. You know, he's had some looks, and he's had some point-blank looks that he will make 80% of the time that he hasn't made.
Early in the year, he hit 26 against Cornerstone Christian. And in that game, he played against a summer ball teammate in Kwasniak.
Yeah, who was a heck of three-point shooter.
Yeah. I think that family, the Kwasniak family, from the youngsters all the way to dad, they were big three-point threats. Really a great second day of basketball here. And we want to, we really hope that you have enjoyed all of these games on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Adam Mendoza along with Dave Bacon for the nightcap here on Saturday night.
Yeah, tomorrow there's a couple of Moon area. Had a chance to see them. They have a couple of kids that have some length that are really athletic. Santa Cola and Tumulty. And then you also have McKinley playing St. Ignatius. They've got 2 D1 kids. One's going, White Key's going to Kent. Friary's going to Dayton. So there's a lot of talent that will be on the court. even tomorrow, Sunday, day 3 of the shot clock shootout.
We'll be back for those games. Dave will have the call of the St. Ignatius McKinley game. Oh, what a perfection there as they get it to Reed Sims. Wow.
And again, ball didn't touch the floor, and they went right down the court.
Iliano driving the lane. He'll put it off the window, can't get it to go. That was a second textbook fast break by Canton McKinley. Long three is hit. Carposi with 3 points in the game and
Oh, take a look. Just one pass, 2 passes, 3 passes, a dribble, and a dunk. It doesn't get any better than that. You can run this drill.
And he had to get the dribble in.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's traveling. It's not NBA. He could have just gone right in and dunked it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. At the free throw line is Anthony Chavers as he hits the free throw. I mean, we've seen such talent from all these teams today.
Oh, yeah.
Even on the girls' side, you look at Highland, perennial state contender. At the line, Chavers again. Missing that one, 70-59. On the drive, oh, that could have been called goaltending, but they'll have the foul in the backcourt. That could have possibly been a goaltending call. But I think with under 50 seconds to go.
I don't know if, did he get it?
From our vantage point, as we saw it, it looked like he may have gotten it. But
yeah, on the replay, you couldn't really tell.
Jeter at the line, missing on the back end. And tomorrow, when they get ready to play St. Ignatius, they cannot miss free throws.
No.
That is going to be a good test for this Canton McKinley team tomorrow afternoon. We're down to 35 seconds. Ileana on the drive, and he got fouled before the shot on the hoop. And the foul is on Reed Sims.
And again, good job getting to the baseline. There's the reach in and the foul. Ileano, good job of recognizing he had the baseline, took it.
30 seconds remaining. The shot clock now is turned off. Ileano, 13 quiet points tonight. Leading scorer for Gilmour. Or Kai Jackson has 14 with a couple of threes.
Yeah, a couple of their, Titus and Titus both averaging in double figures and didn't get there, nor did David Funstein. So credit the defense of Canton McKinley for doing that.
At the free throw line, Ileana looking for 14, and he does. As Reed Sims checks out of the ball game, he has 10 points, but he's done so many other things on the floor tonight.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. We've talked about it a lot. The defense, the assists, the rebounding, and he hasn't forced a shot.
15 for Ileana, and they're going to bring in Anthony Atkinson. He'll check in for Ileana, who ends the ball game with 15 points tonight. Still lots of great basketball coming up.
Well, yeah, about 16 hours. McKinley's got to be ready to face St. Ignatius.
No quick turn. I mean, you talk about a quick turnaround.
Yep.
No, you just got to go and play basketball. You don't have a whole lot of time to scout them. You've probably done it earlier in the week, but you had to concentrate on this Gilmour team. Down to 20 seconds in the ball game. They'll back it out with 13. Shot clock is off. Still a great game between these two teams, despite a 70-61 win for Canton McKinley. Very entertaining game here at the field house.
Very impressed with the tenacious defense of the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Defense created the offense for them without question.
70-61, McKinley wins. Davey Thompson had 15 points. Reed Sims with 10 for the McKinley Bulldogs. For Gilmour, Kai Jackson with 14 and Nick Iliano with 16. David Funstein, who averages 17, held to 4 points today.
And I revert back to great aggressive defense by McKinley. That really didn't allow Funstein to get the ball and do anything with it.
What a great day of basketball here in Canton. Still a whole lot coming up tomorrow, but let's take a look and recap today as New Lexington got a big win over Meadowbrook. Highland, a perennial state contender, defeated Laurel. Olmsted Falls over Pepper Pike Orange today, 71-47. And then our last two games, 87-66, Elyria over Cardinal Mooney, and McKinley winning it over Gilmour Academy to cap off day 2 of the shot clock shootout. Tomorrow, where we've got some more games. Moon area against Streetsboro, then St. Ignatius and McKinley on this floor. And that'll be followed up by Gilmour's girls team going up against Richmond Heights. As then the nightcap, it'll be Stowe, the Lady Bulldogs against Olentangy. And then we'll cap it off with the Stowe Bulldogs boys team against Lakewood and the Rangers at 7 o'clock right here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. As the Bulldog entertained tonight, we want to thank everybody for joining us. For my partner, Dave Bacon, I'm Adam Mendoza. Once again, McKinley comes up with the win. Thanks for joining us on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.